Good Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. Chilly start this morning. Temperatures really haven't increased too much. Let's bring in meteorologist Brian Lapis now. Temperatures today really making it only into the 50s and 60s out there.
Yeah, it's been a brisk day. You know, yesterday we were talking about the rustling leaves, right? And you can kind of feel that the lowness, the decreasing sun angle on the sky today.
Also known as depression, but yes.
It's the most Wednesday of Wednesdays, isn't it?
It is.
Let's take a look at traffic. Here's the good news for you. Maybe this will lift your mood. We've got no major traffic problems. I-91 is fine from the Connecticut state line to Sunderland. There are a few slowdowns. It's interesting at the top of 291 where the Pike meets 291, and then also at the bottom of 291 where it merges with I-91. A couple of slow areas there. But otherwise, we're in good shape. Pike, both east and west of the Connecticut River, in both directions, is running fine. Let's take a look at those temperatures that Nick was mentioning. There they are. Low to mid 60s, even some upper 50s right now. 65 Springfield and Greenfield, 61 in Northampton, 63 in Westfield, and 59 right now in Orange. You know what? I should show you the Berkshires. There we are. 56 in Pittsfield, 54 North Adams, 60 right now in Great Barrington. Okay, clouds and radar. We're anticipating the arrival of a couple of raindrops. Some scattered sprinkles and light showers. You can see them kind of rolling along the New York State Thruway there at and west of Albany. A couple of these scattered showers will arrive here tonight. I will show you when with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast in just a couple of minutes, Nick. Happy Wednesday.
Brian, looking forward to that. Powerful Hurricane Milton is expected to make landfall in Florida late tonight. An NBC News forecast predicts landfall sometime between 2 and 6 a.m. Milton remains a Category 4 storm. Earlier today, a tornado was seen near I-75 in Broward County. However, no populated areas were affected. The National Hurricane Center warned that Milton preparations should now be finished. This storm will track across Florida from west to east. Forecasters warned of up to 15 inches of rain and that cities across the state face an extreme flooding rain threat. The legal team representing former hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has filed a new appeal for his pre-trial release. The appeal challenges the decision made by the Southern District of New York to twice deny bail to Combs based on allegations of obstruction of justice and witness tampering. The defense is requesting Combs' immediate release on appropriate bail conditions. Combs was arrested last month on federal charges that include sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. He pled not guilty and remains in custody in Brooklyn. The Department of Justice is considering asking a federal judge to force Google to sell parts of its business in order to eliminate its online search monopoly. In a court filing, federal prosecutors also said the judge could ask the court to open the underlying data Google uses to power its search engine and AI products to competitors. The judge ruled in August that Google's search engine has been illegally abusing its dominance to squash competition and stifle innovation. Google plans to appeal but must wait until the remedies are decided. Contract talks between Boeing and 33,000 striking machinists have broken down. The machinists voted overwhelmingly to reject a tentative labor deal, claiming the aerospace giant did not adequately address demands for improved wages or benefits. The strike could cost Boeing more than $1 billion a month. You know, when I start to laugh, that means Brian Lapis must be doing something funny. He's always doing something funny. Hey.
Yeah.
We got some dry weather coming toward us.
We do, and I think it's important to mention that while the Hurricane Milton is a serious deal for the Gulf Coast of Florida, I mean, this is going to be a major problem. The good news for us is that there is no connection between our weather and that weather down here. In other words, no direct effects from that hurricane. No even minimal effects from that hurricane for us here in western Massachusetts. So the dry weather continues for us and cool weather too. Let's take a look with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast. I say the dry weather, with that said, there could be a couple of sprinkles around here this afternoon, this evening. 5 o'clock here this afternoon, some clouds, chance for a raindrop here and there. The better chance for a scattered shower comes in mid to late evening, after 9 o'clock tonight. Here comes a little rounder raindrops. Shouldn't be a big deal. And then the raindrops move out and the sky clears out a bit. We get a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest by sunrise here tomorrow. It's going to be a brisk day, partly sunny in the morning, partly to mostly sunny in the afternoon, with a noticeable breeze out of the northwest here tomorrow. High temperatures may not make it out of the 50s. There's better weather for at least part of the weekend. We'll update with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Las Vegas has said goodbye to one of its longest-standing strip casinos. The famous Tropicana Casino was reduced to rubble this morning, marking the first casino implosion in the city in nearly a decade. The event included fireworks and a drone show. Opened in 1957, the infamous resort closed its doors for good earlier this year on April 2nd. The space will now be used for the 33,000-seat Major League Baseball stadium for the relocating Oakland Athletics. Attorneys generals from over a dozen states, including Massachusetts, announced lawsuits against the social media giant TikTok for damaging the mental health of young users. The coalition consists of 14 states and is led by officials in New York and California. Claims have been made that TikTok violated state laws by falsely claiming its service is safe for young people. A spokesperson from TikTok says the company strongly disagrees with those claims. Well, coming up tonight at 5 on 22 News, Hurricane Milton is set to make landfall late tonight as a major hurricane. We'll have the latest on the storm's path and how it's affecting air travel. Plus, we'll have what recent polls are saying about 5 Massachusetts ballot questions and see how one local organization is sending aid to victims of Hurricane Helene.
One last look at traffic. I-91 north and southbound running fine from the Connecticut state line into Franklin County. A little bit slow here on I-291 in both directions and at the merge with the Pike and also at the merge with I-91, but not a major problem. And then the Pike, of course, is running fine here east and west of the Connecticut River. We'll update weather for the weekend on 22 News at 5.
You know, if you thought this was fun at 4 o'clock, just wait until 22 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Brian Lapis has a lot in store. Well, thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4. Latest news and weather anytime on our website and the free 22 News mobile app.